This semester, I learned public speaking starts long before you give an actual speech. The biggest part for me was researching reliable evidence and organizing into a clear outline. For my first speech, I did body shame on social media, and I had to find lots of resources, but luckily I was able to look for the IVC library instead of just using random websites. It was more resourceful. At first, I struggled to find strong resources, and I found a lot of information. I wanted to include it all, but I had to realize where the importance of each resource was. So I realized soon when I was putting it into my flashcard, I wasn't going to fit everything into one small flashcard. So I had to kind of embed more important evidence into a certain flashcard. I spent more time making sure every citation connected back to my thesis instead of adding facts because it sounded more interesting. By the time I gave my second speech on food insecurity and in the United States, I wanted to relate my first exam topic, which is body shame and food insecurity. So I think kind of doing that, two similar topics, it kind of helps me kind of lower down, not only find old resources I can use, it also helped me lead on to new resources that I can also use. Choosing the most important evidence and explaining why it matters and connecting everything together will help the audience easily follow your message. So managing anxiety was probably my biggest skill. I get very bad test anxiety and stuff like that. But I think this class and being online and being my family presenting in front of them made it so much easier than doing it in front of a big amount of people that I have no idea who they are. So before giving my speech, I would kind of run down my flashcard or things I was gonna say before I recorded, and then I usually did 5 to 7 run-throughs before I actually presented it in front of my family. At that point, I felt really comfortable just kind of going through it because I know what I was already gonna say. And as I practiced more, I became more comfortable speaking naturally and only using my note card when I needed to. So looking up and down, which I was pretty much good with my note card. I didn't really need it as much, but it was good to just have it just in case I would mess up or do something I wouldn't realize. I could keep going because most people wouldn't even notice. It just helped me build confidence over time. I think resilience means accepting that you can, accepting that you won't be perfect every time, but continuing to practice until you improve. You can look back at your speeches and you can tell yourself that you can become more confident and focus on being less perfect than being perfect rather than kind of just stopping at a random part. Being engaged to an audience member takes more effort than I expected. I wasn't sure if my topics were going to be so interesting because at the same time I'm just a high schooler, so if I was the person listening to my presentation, I would probably just be bored to sleep. So I think that the flow notes really helped. I think I paid attention when I was doing the peer assessments for other classmates, and it made the feedback so much easier, and it was much easier to write rather than just spending hours just thinking a sentence or so. And instead of just saying good job or that was pretty good, I learned that good feedback both includes good strength and specific suggestions for improvement. And where I could slow down or make better eye contact, it also showed me where I was already doing really well and which gave me more confidence. And I think collaboration works best when everyone is giving honest, respectful, constructive feedback because it helps everyone improve. I think these skills will help me throughout my high school year, and even after this class is over. Public speaking isn't about just giving speeches in school. It's also important for interviews, presentations, group projects, and even everyday conversations. Learning to organize my ideas and support them with evidence and speaking confidently are skills that I'll continue to use in the rest of my high school career and college. So, to me, public speaking success doesn't mean never feeling nervous. It means feeling prepared and enough to communicate my ideas clearly and confidently, even though I'm a little anxious. This class helped me become more comfortable speaking in front of others, and I know these communication skills will continue to benefit me in the future. Thank you.